Good morning, students. Good morning to all. Yesterday we have studied about the consumption analysis. It's the second lessons. The first lesson have completed thoroughly already. So and we came to the second lesson, right? The consumption analysis and some of the introductions only I told you. So without having remember, so we can go to the second lesson truly. Okay. So the consumption analysis. Already we have studied in many places the consumption is one of the essential economic activity. So consumption is an essential of economic activity. Why we are saying the consumption is an essential economic activity? Because if the persons want to have the desirable to consuming union of the commodity only is bringing the need of production, right? Suppose if there is no consumption, otherwise if no persons want to consuming some of the commodities, so we will be no need of productions. Okay, so on the basis of having the consumption only, so the production and the commercial activities is undertaking, right? So not only that, the consumption is defined as the use of goods and services for satisfying wants. So normally the human wants are unlimited. Okay. So the unlimited wants are arising in the human mind. Okay, and all the arised wants also must be have satisfied. Otherwise, there is no possible to or need of production. Okay, so the consumption is defined the use of goods and services for satisfying wants. Okay, how the goods are going to use or how the goods are useful to satisfying the wants already arised in our mind. Okay, so we can say the consumption mean is the use of goods and services are satisfying the human wants. Okay, suppose if the human wants are arised in our mind, so the arised wants must be satisfied. Okay, so for that, so the product, so the producers will be producing some of the commodities. Okay, but even though if the product is not satisfying the wants, so the wants will not be get over. Okay, so the produced commodity must be useful to the consumers. Otherwise, the goods, the useful of the goods must be satisfying the human wants. Okay, without having the satisfaction of the human wants, so the consumption will not come to an end. And not only that, the quantity and the quality of consumption only determine the standard of living of people. Okay, how the quantity and quality of consumption will determine the standard of living of people? Now, if the people of one nations are purchasing many commodities, whatever they want, it means they are being as a high living standard. Okay, so even if the peoples are having more wants, unlimited wants, and if they're not having or if they're not possible to consuming that commodities, that meaning so the peoples are living with the low standard of living. Okay, so if the peoples are able to purchasing the more commodities which has the high quality, its meaning is high living standard of peoples. Okay, so the peoples normally have to purchase more, and the purchased commodities also have to as a good quality, maybe the high priced commodities. Okay, so if the all peoples in one nations are purchasing many commodities or more commodities, and it was high quality commodity, mean their purchasing power has been very higher. Okay, so when the purchasing power of people will be very higher, so the national income of that nations having more only, it will be possible, right? And in economics, consumption is studied both at micro level and macro level. Okay, so in the micro level, so we can consider as the price theory. Price theory means on the basis of the price only, the level of consumption will be change. So suppose on the basis of increasing the price, so the demand of commodity or the consumption will be decreased. Otherwise, if the low price mean the consumption will be increased. Okay. So in the macro level, so the one of the macro aspect is the unemployment is also one of the macro aspect. So on the basis of having the unemployment only, the employment opportunity only, so the people will be having the chance or power to purchasing the more commodities. Okay, and not only that, the money supply and the fiscal policies and the related of the fiscal policies, monetary policies, and the money supply is related to the macroeconomic aspect. Okay, so whenever the money supply and the fiscal policies, monetary policies is positive to the consumer, that time so their consumption will be increased. Okay, so the consumption is studied both at the micro level and the macro level also. And consumption is the beginning of economic science. Economic science means, so in our economics also many laws and theories are there. Okay, so all the laws and theories drawn by on the basis of the level of consumption or the human wants. For example, the law of demand is there. Law of demand means, so whenever the price is increased, so the demand of the commodity will be decreased. Okay, so this law is created on the basis of the consumption or the human wants. Okay, even if there is no human wants, there is no need to creating the law of demand, because without having the consumption, so there will not be arrested the demand for commodities. Okay, so the consumption is the beginning of all economic science. So in the absence of consumption, there can be no production, exchange, or distributions, right? If there is no consumption, mean what will happen? So there is no need to produce the commodities. On the basis of that, there is no exchange and distribute. Okay, so the exchange and the distributions only will happen after producing the commodity. Okay, but when the production will be occur, so whenever the demand for one commodity is arised in our society on the basis of arised wants only, so the producers also will be produce some of the commodities. Okay, and consumption is also an end of production. So if there is no consumption, there is no more production or the continue production. Okay, so the produced product will come to an end after consuming the produced commodity. Okay, now the commodity which has produced already is not consumed by the consumer. So the next commodity or the next production of the commodities will not appear. Okay, so the production also will come to an end after the consumption of the product produced. Okay, so the consumptions also will be creating the continue production. Next we will say something about the human wants. So the wants are the basis of human behavior to buy or consume goods. Normally we will say the desire and want mean the same thing. Okay, suppose if you want to desire to get something, if you want to do something, it is the same things. But in economics, wants are the basis for human behavior to buy and consuming goods. Okay, suppose when the purchasing of the commodities and the consume is happening, that time only we will say the consume and the buying purchasing of the goods happened on the basis of the wants. Okay, so the desire is also separated to doing something. Okay, but in economics, wants have some of the special meanings. So wants are the basis for human behavior to purchase and consuming the goods. Okay, if there is no wants, so there is no need to purchasing and consuming that goods. Okay students, next the characteristics of wants. So we are studying more about the wants, but this wants also having some of the peculiar characteristics. So first one is wants are unlimited. So normally we have unlimited wants. Okay, the human wants are also unlimited. Once if you are doing something or if you are consuming any of the commodities, again that same wants will be appear, or another one of the form of wants will be appear. Okay, so when one want is satisfied, so on the basis of that another want will be created or will be arranged. Okay, already I told you know, for example, if you are consuming the normal mobile phone, okay, and this is also satisfying your wants. And next, after arrival of the Android mobile, then you will get the wants to consuming that mobile and wants to using that Android mobile. Okay, and not only that, from morning to night, whatever wants you have, just you think. So from morning, we after wake up from the bed, so we are going to do something and we are eating many things, and we are going to many places. Okay, so after wake up, so we have many wants, and after consuming any of the commodities also, we will be get the different type of the wants. So the wants are unlimited. And not only that, the human wants also multiply with the growth of civilization and development. Okay, so whenever the population is increasing, so on the basis of increasing populations, so the industrial sector also will be bringing the different kinds of the commodities. Okay, so on the basis of increasing the civilizations, so our wants also will be increased. And not only that, whenever the invention and the innovation is bringing by the industrial sector or some of the skilled persons, so all the humans will be enjoy the arrival of invention and innovations, right? Next, wants will become a habit. Do you have an idea how the wants will become a habit? Normally, our habit will become as a normally our wants always will become as the habit. Okay, for example, now if you want to drink a cup of tea after wake up, okay, so continuously if you are drinking tea after waking up, so the drinking tea will become as your daily habit. Okay, so after becoming it is the habit, so you must have the habit of drinking tea. Okay, without having the tea, your day will not come to an end. Okay, like that some of the persons are will be reading the newspaper for every morning, and some of the persons will be using the one particular line of the product. Okay, by using that particular line of the product also will become as a habit. Okay, then one day once also will become as your lifetime habit. Okay, next, wants are satiable. Wants are satiable. Wants are satiable means, so even we can't satisfy all the wants throughout the year, within a particular time we can get some of the satisfaction by consuming some particular line of the product. Okay, so the wants are able to get the satisfactions. Okay, for example, now if we are feeling hungry and if you are taking the food and the particular given time we will get satisfied, and the within the next time we will not get the satisfied on the eating food. Okay, but again after 4 hours or the 5 hours we will get the same ones. Okay, but even though we will get some of the satisfaction within the particular given time, we will get the satisfaction within the particular given time by consuming some of the commodities. Okay, for example, so when we are feeling the hungry, so we are taking the food, we can get some of the satisfaction on that. Next, wants are alternative. How can we alternate the wants? For example, now if you want to drink a cup of tea, and if there is no cup of tea and the tea means, so we can take the choice of cup of green tea or the coffee or any other drinking. Okay, like that is for the breakfast. If you want to take the idli and if there is no idli, so we will get the dosa and chapati and any of the other food items. Okay, so like that, so whenever we are being in the need of consuming any of the commodity and it is not possible to consuming that commodities, we can get it the another alternative. Okay, so now all the persons are going to want to going to the job. Okay, but no people will get their job what they want. Okay, but at the same time they will get the another job with the same satisfaction means same salary. Okay, so you will go to that another job, then also you will get some of the satisfaction. Okay, suppose if any of the wants is arranged in your mind and if it is not possible to get that wants, in the same time you will have some of the alternative way to satisfy your wants. For example, the drinking teas and coffees and the breakfast, some of the food item in this our area. Okay, next, wants are competitive. So all our wants are not equally important, right? So when we are want to do something or more things, it is not important, equal important. Okay, it is not equal important. For example, we have to choose more urgent ones than less urgent ones, right? So as in the basis of wants are unlimited, the concept of basis the one of the concept of wants are unlimited. When we have the unlimited wants, we will have some of the most important to the urgent ones only. Okay, for example, you have 100 rupees and you are feeling very hungry and in the same time you want to go to the movie, you want to go to the watching movie, mean what will you do? Then you will spend that 100 rupees only for eating some of the foods, then watching movie, then you will go to watch the movie at later. Okay, because you must eat something when you are feeling hungry. So by consuming the food only were most urgent ones. Okay, so the among the ones, some of the competitions will be arranged what we have to consuming. Okay, so the most urgent ones are less urgent ones. Okay, so some of the competition will be appear between the most urgent ones and the less urgent ones. The most urgent one and the less urgent ones will be chosen by the human behavior. Okay, some of the persons even without having the food, they will spend some amount of the money only for their pleasure. Okay, so anything, so the ones are having the competitive characters. Okay, the competitive character will be satisfied by on the basis of human activity or the human behavior. Okay, but normally as the rational people will spend the money or will get some of the wants for their most urgent one only at the first. Next, wants are complementary. Complementary mean the composite effect. Composite effect mean sometimes the satisfaction of a particular want requires the use of more than one commodity. Sometimes satisfaction of a particular wants require the use of more than one commodity. If you want to consuming any of the commodities, so that particular commodities also will require some other commodities. For example, the pen. If you want to use one pen, we must need one paper and some ink, right? Without ink, the pen will not write. So without paper, we can't write, right? So like that, suppose if you want to drink a cup of tea, we need milk, sugar and the tea. So like that, whatever, whenever if you want to consuming some of the commodities, so that commodity itself will be required some of the other commodities, right? So wants always have some of the complementary things. Next, wants are recurring. Some wants occur again and again. For example, if you feel hungry, we take food and satisfy our want. But after some time, we again feel hungry and want food. Okay. So normally the human wants come to an end after satisfying the commodities or after consuming that commodities. Okay, normally if you want to doing something or if you want to consuming any of the commodities, so that wants will come to an end after consuming that commodities what we want. Okay, but some of the wants will occurs again and again. It is the recurring phenomenon. Okay, for best example is eating food. When we are feeling hungry in breakfast, we will eat, and that time we will get satisfaction. And after 4 years, after 4 hours, so in lunch time also we will get the same wants, and we will take the food and get satisfied, and then night also we will get the same wants. Okay, so the wants are occurring again and again. So the recurring phenomenon, the wants are the recurring phenomenon. Okay, so what are the characteristics are there? Wants are unlimited. Okay, because we have limited wants. Next, wants become habit. Okay, wants become habit mean, so when we are getting one wants in once of our time, so it will become as a habit for our lifetime. Next, wants are satiable. Wants are satiable mean, normally when we are having some of the food, or what are the wants, for what wants is arranged in our mind within a particular time, by consuming that commodities we will get some satiable. Okay, next, wants are alternative. Alternative means, so always the wants will have some of the chance of being alternative. For example, when you are drinking tea, and if there is no tea, you can get the coffee or other juice. Next, wants are competitive. Wants are competitive mean, some of the competitions will be occurring with the most urgent want and less urgent want. So always the people will get the important to the most urgent want only. Next, wants are complementary. Complementary means, so the composite goods. Okay, for the purpose to consume any of the commodities, that commodities also will be required to some more commodities. For example, pen or tea. Okay, if you want to write the, if you want to use the pen, the ink and the paper is must be needed for that, like that. So the cup of tea also, if you want to drink a cup of tea, so the sugar and the tea is also important. Next, wants are recurring. Recurring means it will be occurring again and again. Okay, so the first example is eating food. Okay, so per 3 times we are eating and get the satisfaction, and again until our death, this one is arranged again and again. Okay, the 7 characteristics are there. So this is the important questions also. Next, classification of goods. How the goods are classified. Okay, how the goods are classified. So normally the goods are broadly classified into 3 categories. Okay, so the ones for the necessary goods, and ones for the comfort goods, and the ones for the luxury goods. Okay, normally the ones for the necessary goods is consumed by all type of the people in our societies, because the basic necessity of life for clothing, food and shelter is also used and consumed by all the peoples throughout the society. Next, comforts. Okay, so after fulfilling our comfort goods, after fulfilling our necessary goods, some of the peoples will get the wants to living with some comfortable. Comfortable mean, so if you want to get some of the educational facilities, so we will get some of the books, and next stages of the necessary goods, everything is considered as a comfort goods. Okay, the ones for the comfort goods. Next to the luxury goods. Okay, so after satisfied by using the necessaries and comfort goods, so the people will get to consumed with the luxury goods for the diamond ornaments, gold ornaments, and the luxury or the pleasure cars. Okay, so we will see some elaborately. The necessary goods. So the goods which are indispensable for the human beings to exist in the world are called necessaries. For example, food, clothing, and shelter. Okay, some of the goods are considered as indispensable. Okay, so without these goods, without this type of the goods, so the people cannot able to live in our nations. Okay, this type of the goods considered as a necessary goods. So the human wants always depending upon the necessary goods. Okay, next comfort goods. The goods which are not indispensable for life, but to make our life easy, convenience, and comfortable. Okay, so what? So the TV, fan, refrigerator, and the air conditioner. Okay, if you want to sleep with the comfortable, we need the fan. Okay, otherwise, if you want to know about all the news throughout the world, we must need the TV. Okay, like that, some of the peoples want to live with some comfortable. It's called comfortable goods. The ones for the comfortable goods. Next, the luxury goods. Okay, so the goods which are not very essential but are very costly are known as luxury goods. Okay, the jewelries, cars, and some of the other ornaments is called luxuries. The human wants for the luxury good is extreme level. Okay, student. Then today we have studied about the classification of goods and importantly the characteristics of wants. Okay, so in this area, if you have any doubt, please ask me, and just to take this portion as your study portions. Okay, so characteristics of wants only is your study portion. Just 7 point only is there. Please be study well. Thank you.